Hey there guys, this is Sam
And Justin.
at the Survival Review, and today we're going to be talking about Terminator 5.
Kinda. See, the funny thing about the genesis of this video is I've always wanted to do like a segment where we talk about the future of a franchise and like what they should do for a new one. Like Die Hard 6, which is what I wanted to do, but never got around to it. And Terminator 5 was always a main one for me because I love the Terminator movies. But we never got around to like actually reviewing them, so I never got around to doing this video. And then news started coming in, and like Schwarzenegger's like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing that. It's gonna be we're gonna start filming in January." And rumors started to pop up with like The Rock and stuff like that. And I'm like, "Oh, so we have a legitimate excuse to film this video."
Exactly, we have a reason.
Yeah, kind of a reason. Still kind of more of an excuse.
Yeah. I mean,
and then the news hit that I'm happy we didn't do this video right after those rumors, because that would be a pretty pointless video. They just announced a release date for the movie on June 26, 2015, and it's not really Terminator 5, maybe. It's apparently a reboot and the start of a new trilogy, which may be Schwarzenegger's involvement. He's been saying forever that he's involved, but the press release didn't mention Schwarzenegger's name at all.
Not at all.
So we don't know.
That's up to your imagination.
Yeah, we don't know exactly if it's... He just said it's going to stand alone from the original 4 movies. So maybe it might tie in or be a complete reboot. I hope it's not a complete reboot, because I don't like reboots.
Yeah.
And, well, let's just... Before we start getting into this, briefly our opinions on the Terminator movies. No out of 10, just in case we actually do reviews.
Okay,
Terminator 1.
Terminator 1, great.
Great movie, yeah, I love it. Not, like, the best, but I really love it.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator 2.
Love it.
My second favorite movie of all time. I absolutely love that movie. Perfect blend of over-the-top Michael Bay action and the actual story. Like, this movie actually has a reason to be 2.5 hours, so... It's a great movie. And then...
He likes it a little bit more than me.
A little bit. Just a tad.
Terminator 3.
I mean, Terminator 3 is the one that we bash it so much, and then when you actually watch it...
Oh,
you're
it's
like,
not
it's
a
not
bad
awful.
movie. It's just...
It has good ideas. Awesome action scene with the crane.
That
and
was
something
an
like that.
awesome scene.
Awesome. Well acted. Some, like I said, good ideas, but most of the plot is a rehash of Terminator 2.
Yep.
They don't know how to balance out the comedy at all. And they completely say screw you to the whole theme of the second movie. With the whole there's no fate remake thing. That really makes me mad. So yeah, I don't care for it, but I don't absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And then Terminator Salvation. I know everybody hates that movie. I think it's better than Terminator 3. I don't know about you.
No.
Okay, I like it. I like it more than Terminator 3. I think it's a fun action movie. I love the effects in it. It's not very general, but I do like the effects in it, and I love like the world it created, the whole like Mad Max Road Warrior style world.
Yeah,
the action scenes.
They created an interesting world for it. I'll give it that.
The action scenes are actually well shot. So I remember that was near the end of the whole shaky cam craze, so I was like so happy they actually did good scenes. But overall, not too special. I still say I liked it, especially better than T3. So
I actually enjoyed T3 more than it, but
I can't. I mean, T3 had some good moments, but I'd rather take an original, not so great Terminator movie than a rehash of Terminator 2. Just my opinion. But so Terminator 5. Now, what I wanted them to do with the Terminator 5, I don't know what you wanted them to do. You probably were thinking reboot after Salvation.
Honestly, I think I'm not thinking reboot after Salvation, just because I think reboot is kind of worse than
I still say
he agrees with me. I think, like I said earlier, there was an interesting world created by Salvation with the sort of Mad Max-esque.
Yeah, I understand.
I can't think of the word.
But
post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yes. And see, that's why I don't like this reboot idea, because the original plan was to do a future war trilogy with Terminator 4, 5, and 6.
That would have been sweet.
And then 4 came out, wasn't so great, and I guess they're scrapping that idea. I want them to continue with our world. I want to see the development of Kyle Reese, of him eventually going back in time. I want to see Skynet getting destroyed.
That would have been
And
awesome.
I want to see more of Christian Bale, because if this makes any sense, Christian Bale would make an awesome John Connor, but he was bad in Salvation. And he was bad in Salvation because the script gave him nothing to do.
It was the writing.
But run around yelling, and he used his Batman voice, so get rid of the Batman voice, give him something to do. And
Batman voice. The beginning of the movie, just Batman voice for 5 seconds, clear your throat, and then you're good.
Yeah, and so I say keep Christian Bale as John Connor. I think he was a great choice. It's just the writing just
He could have played it. He was awful though. Like
he was pretty bad, yeah. But like I said, I can't completely blame him because, like I said, the script.
I can't blame him either.
All he did was run around yelling orders that whole movie. He never felt like John Connor. So I wanted them to continue off of that. And I heard Schwarzenegger wanted to get involved more because now he's not the governor. And I say I don't like. I know a lot of people say Schwarzenegger's a major part of the series. My opinion, he's not as much once we get to the future war, because to me it's John Connor. The movies are about John Connor. So I want him to be in it, you know, but I still feel he had to be a supporting role. Maybe like make him a Terminator, but don't physically make him a Terminator, because I don't want to see 80-year-old Schwarzenegger being a Terminator. He was already looking too old in T3, and we're 10 years past that.
Yeah.
So I say go the whole Jeff Bridges Tron Legacy CGI route. CGI his face, kind of like Terminator Salvation. But that's so much easier because he doesn't have to emote. Because he's a Terminator. Make him like that 90s era Schwarzenegger. Because you already tried to do the 80s era Schwarzenegger in Salvation. Mm-hmm. Go do the 90s route. Wouldn't it be so cool to see an assembly line of Schwarzeneggers?
That would have been pretty sweet.
So I just say do that and bring him back as that. I'm sorry, Arnold, but you shouldn't really be acting in the new Terminator movie. It wouldn't feel right.
He's coming after you.
Sorry. But it's like if they did, imagine doing a sequel to like Commando or something like that. He wouldn't be right now. You know what I mean? Being in those parts. Because he's a little old.
I disagree.
I still say it's Terminator.
I think he's still got it.
Because they have to give a reason to why they made 80-year-old Terminators. So I say do CGI route. So this whole reboot idea, kind of reboot, I don't like at all. Because I want to make Terminator 5 and 6 and just end it. There you go.
It'd be nice.
But I don't want to see this whole new trilogy, especially if it's something completely different.
Yeah.
You know, if it's totally different, if it's like a total reboot, even if Schwarzenegger is involved, I don't want to see. I think it'd be confusing if Schwarzenegger is involved. But I don't think it's a good idea. What do you think?
I agree.
Like I said, it all depends on what they do. They haven't announced the storyline. They just announced the release date.
It's a release date, and then it's a reboot.
Apparently, they didn't exactly say those words. They said the story's going to stand apart from the previous
Which basically means reboot.
Basically. Which is also crazy because 2015 is an insane year for movies. I don't know if you know. But coming out that year is Avengers 2, Star Wars Episode 7, Jurassic Park 4 I think they want for that year. And for some reason I'm blanking, but there's a ton more movies that are coming out in 2015. So 2015 is going to be a crazy year for movies.
And I'm 10 times more excited about the Evil Dead movies. But let's continue with this.
I wonder when they're going to start off on the next Evil Dead movies.
That's another video.
But so the reboot, like I'm happy that they're finally moving forward with a new Terminator movie. Because Salvation was in 2009. So it was a little while ago. And I was just mentioning this before this video. It's actually interesting that there are a lot of gaps between each Terminator movie. No Terminator movie came out like 2 years after.
It's true.
Terminator 1 came out in 84. Then T2 was 91. Then T3 was 2003. And Salvation was 2009. And now the new one, 2015. So I don't mind the wait. Because it kind of fits Terminator. The original plan before Salvation kind of bombed was that T5 was going to be out in 2011. And when I heard that, I'm like, it's going a little too fast here. Take your time. And to make that, because even though you had a bad start, you could still make the final 2 chapters of an awesome future war trilogy.
Would have been sweet. But...
I know. I want that to happen. Just forget this reboot. We don't need it.
It's not happening.
I know. And one of the rumors, which I don't think this is true at all, one of the rumors was involving The Rock. Apparently he was going to play a Terminator that was going to come back in time to kill, like, in the 50s, to kill Sarah Connor's family, and Schwarzenegger was going to play a human character. Now, the whole Schwarzenegger being a human character, a kind of protector human character, is interesting, but it's a terrible idea, and I don't think it's true. I hope they don't go back in time, because I feel like...
Especially the 50s.
I know, but especially, like, time...
Who cares about the 50s?
It's going to become a Back to the Future movie.
Exactly.
They should do that. Time travel to the Back to the Future.
Yeah, you got him coming in, and then Doc comes in the DeLorean.
During the enchantment of the sea dance, Terminator pops in. They should make that movie.
Marty's running away. He gets stopped by the Terminator. Come with me if you want to live.
They should do that. Actually, I would actually watch that.
I would too. I think anyone would. But it's
I still say don't do time travel because it just feels so tired. The idea. Because what's it gonna be? He's like, I mean, I guess if it's a reboot, he's gonna come back in time to save him. It's gonna be like the first time doing that, so it won't be as weird. But from an audience perspective, it's just gonna feel the same. Like we don't need time travel. That's actually what I liked about Salvation, was that it was different. It didn't follow the normal formula. And I thought that was cool because the time travel thing got kind of tired. And I want to see the future war expanded into sequels.
I'd like to see a movie where all the people who time travel in movies all get together in a group. Yeah, you got Arnold, you've got Marty and the Doc, you got Doctor Who, Bill and Ted. You got Bill and Ted. You got the dude from the Time Machine, whatever his name was. I don't really care.
Looper. People from Looper. Old Bruce Willis.
I never saw that and I don't really care.
It's a good movie. It's just one giant time travel movie.
Exactly.
And it's just one big confusing mess. Because it's time travel.
It'd be perfect.
It still would be perfect.
Even Ash could make it in there.
Yes, we need Ash. We need Ash to time travel.
Because you gotta have Ash in everything. He makes everything better.
Yes. If he was in Terminator 5, that'd be better.
Oh my god.
Terminator 5.
You know how much money I would pay to see that?
Terminator 5 should just be the next Evil Dead movie. He gets sent to the he gets sent to the Skynet future and takes down Skynet. That's how it really ended.
I hope you know I'm seriously putting this all together in my head.
That would be amazing.
This is a beautiful idea. I love it.
But yeah, I really hope. I mean, we have to wait to see where they release more info on the plot for Terminator. See, I'm trying to get back on track.
Yeah.
But
video Terminator, yeah.
But I still don't like the idea. I still think it's totally unnecessary. Like I said, just make your final 2 Future War movies. Because I did like I said, Salvation set it up. I still felt it set it up good enough to where people would want to see more. Just hire a better writer, I guess director, cast.
Just replace everyone with
but Christian
good
Bale.
people.
Redo everything but Christian Bale in the set design. And there you go, add in more Schwarzenegger. Continue the story, focus. And the actor who played Kyle Reese. I thought he was good. Chekhov from Star Trek. You know that was Chekhov, right?
Whoa.
That was crazy. The Star Trek reboot and Terminator Salvation came out 2 weeks apart from each other. So that was pretty crazy when I saw that they were both. And I thought he was good. So continue with him. Continue the Kyle Reese story in the future. Also, I just remembered whatever happened. I remember this story. It was 2 or 3 years ago that this screenwriter named William Wisher, he wrote a draft for Terminator 5 and an outline for Terminator 6. And you know why I think that's interesting? Because William Wisher was the co-writer on Terminator 1 and 2. So whatever happened to that, was that false or was that true? Because when I heard that, I'm like, okay, so I guess you're going to start moving forward then, right? And then nothing happened after that. So I don't know if that was just a rumor, or if
poof.
I'm like, okay, you got the co-screenwriter from Terminator 1 2. That's the closest you're ever going to get to getting James Cameron back in the franchise, So, also...
I'm done with everything James Cameron
does.
I
also remember, because I read up on every single article for Terminator 5, because I'm a huge Terminator fan, so whenever article says Terminator 5, I click on it. I remember, a long time ago, maybe it was maybe it was late September, I remember hearing that Schwarzenegger was actually making Cameron go to the Terminator 5 meetings. Which is interesting, but I guess I don't know if that was true, because I never mentioned that again. This is such a confusing thing. But, it'd be cool if you had Cameron. It just involved, not directing, because I know he wouldn't do it, because, Avatar's the future, and yeah, I think Avatar 2 is supposed to come out in 2015 also.
Woo!
It's not gonna happen though. That and then Avatar 3 and then 4. That's his plan. But having him involved, it's like keep the future war idea, and boom, you got the perfect finale to the Terminator franchise instead of doing a trilogy reboot. But then if it's I wonder what they're gonna do with the trilogy aspect. I wonder if they're gonna like. It'd be cool if they actually do connect. If they do like a Back to the Future thing, where they end up Back to the Future.
That would be cool.
That would be interesting if the storyline's good. So, Terminator 5, not really 5. Terminator 5, kind of.
This video has been a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
You got the idea through, and we talked about Evil Dead, so we got it.
Yeah.
We did good. But I really hope that they pull something together to make it good, because like I said, as you can tell, I'm a huge Terminator fan. Like how there's the Trekkies who know like all the dates and stuff like that from Star Trek. Oh, Captain Kirk became Captain Enterprise in Stardate 2015. I'm like that, but with Terminator. I know I know all this stuff about Terminator, so I am really interested, disappointed but interested in where they go. So I hope they do something good. But please.
I think we all hope. But
I'm happy they're finally starting to move forward on something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, something better than nothing.
And I think that's about all we've got to say on this subject.
Yep.
And we will see y'all next time.
Yep.